Hello, welcome back to the desk corner. Today I have something pretty exciting to share with you guys. So I've been trying to get my hands on these for a while. It is the CARAN Luminance portrait assortment. So they released 20 new colors back in 2020. Actually, they released 24, but 20 come in this portrait assortment, and then you have to buy the other 4 on their own, I guess, open stock. I already had 3. If you saw my Christmas art supply haul, you might have remembered that I did get these 3, but the other one was out of stock. But I was able to get it from Jackson's. So I have the 4th pencil here and the rest of the new release colors as well. And today we're going to unbox them and swatch them, and I'm very, very excited. Now I can't wait any longer to make this video, but there's a lot of background noise going on right now. There's gardeners outside and things like that, so I'm going to try my best to pause whenever that gets a little bit too noisy, but I apologize if you hear anything in the background. I'm just very excited to unbox these and try them out. CARAN Luminance pencils are some of the best colored pencils around, and they have a 76 set, or they originally had a 76 set. I never thought they would add more colors, so this is very exciting. Let me go ahead and start by taking off the plastic because I'm getting annoyed by this reflective surface here. Look at how nice this actually is. I love the packaging. CARAN has really nice packaging. They're some of the only pencils I have that I keep in the original packaging because there's just no reason for me to take the pencils out. So anyways, you can see the nice range of portrait colors here. I'm not quite sure about the super bright yellow and orange, but besides that, we have a good range of colors here. So up here it talks about how these pencils have the highest light fastness and smoothness, and then it also says, bringing together warm and cold flesh tones as well as a selection of dark shades, this assortment is the ideal tool for creating ultra-realistic, artistic portraits of both people and animals. So to me, this is definitely an additional set, like a supplemental set, since it only has 20 colors, because as you can see, this does not include a black or a white. Every time I get to the good part, it gets very noisy outside, but this is the best part of any unboxing, is the moment of revealing. So what I really love about CARAN packaging is how each little pencil is really firmly held inside of this foam holder thing, which is really high quality, like thick foam. As you can see, the pencils are not falling all over the place, and that's why I like to keep them in their original packaging, because they have some of the best packaging that I think any art supply company has, at least that I've tried. And this is not a heavy box either. It's very light, which is something I also like about it. But yeah, that's enough nerding out about the packaging, and let's get to the actual pencils, because as you can see, it's a really beautiful range of pencils here. Oh, before we get there, I just want to show you guys how there's a protective foam on the back of the lid as well. And so that way, if any pencil were to fall onto this side, there would be a protective foam covering, and I just really like it. You could even bring it with you if you were traveling or something like that, because this packaging is just so nice and sturdy and safe. I swear you guys, like a third of the high price of these pencils probably comes from the packaging. So we also get this little booklet here. It shows you the different assortments that you can get. There's a 76 set, which used to be the full set, but now of course there's these additional colors. There's a 20 set, the original one, the 20 portrait set, the 40 set, the 12 set, and then the box set, which I'm not sure if the box set includes all 100 colors or just the 76 original ones. So I'm going to put this one to the side, and we can actually start swatching. I guess I better take out my 4th extra pencil, which I've taken out already, but for the purpose of this video, this is Dark Flesh. So I have the 4 additional ones and then the 20 set to make 24. And yeah, let's go ahead and get to swatching these out. I'm very excited. So before we get started, I want to show you my original swatch chart that I have. So obviously it's really small, the swatches are really small, and it's done on printer paper, so I decided that after I swatch my new 24 colors, I'm just going to swatch the rest of the colors here and make a more proper swatch chart, because I just don't think this one is going to do it anymore. I just don't think that this one is living up to the standards. And I'm just going to do this mostly in the order that these came in, but then I'm just going to fit in the extra 4 where I see it fit. So the first pencil, the lightest one, is pink white, and it's just an off-white color. It's probably not going to show up very well on white paper, but we will see. So that kind of shows up a bit there, but it's a very light off-white color. And then the next color is light flesh 40%, oh no, light flesh 10%. Let's see how that looks on paper. So that would work well for a skin tone with more of a yellowish undertone. Next we've got Indian Yellow. That's a really nice kind of mustardy, natural looking yellow. I think I'm going to give up putting the numbers here, and I'm just going to put the color name because realistically that's what I would use to identify the pencils anyways. Next we've got Medium Cadmium Yellow. So this is a much brighter yellow than what I would expect for a portrait set. I'm not sure if some of these colors are also just filling in gaps for what the original 76 set was missing, because this doesn't seem like exclusively a portrait set color. But it did say that this can be used for portraits for people and animals, so if animals are in mind, that would make sense for why there is a brighter looking yellow here as well. And that would also explain why we've got dark cadmium orange here. Another very bright, intense, and really beautiful color. Now I guess when I re-swatch my 76 set, we'll be able to see if these colors fill in the missing gaps for that, because 76 colors is actually not a whole lot for colored pencils. Polychromos has like 120, Prismacolor has probably like 150 or something crazy like that. So definitely the 76 set was missing some key colors. We've got Anthraquinone Carmine. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I'm just gonna say Anthraquinone because that's the easiest way to say it. So this is a really nice reddish pink color. Do you guys see how pretty that color is? I absolutely love that. I can see that being used for lips or even as just like an undertone for something. It's just so, so, so pretty. We've got Quinacridone Purple. Again, this is a really nice color that you could use for an undertone as well. I just find that to be so, so pretty. And then we've got Hibiscus Pink. And I think that this color, oh, that's just really, really pretty. That's kind of like a mauve color, which I very much like that. I do not think the original 76 set had anything like this. By the way, so far I'm not getting any scratchy pencils. Sometimes there seems to be a quality control issue with some of these pencils. I have a couple scratchy ones in my original 76 set, so I'm keeping a sharp eye out for that. But so far all of my pencils have been really smooth and creamy, so I'm crossing my fingers here. So that's Hibiscus Pink. It's just a very nice like mauve or dusty rose color. I really, really like that color. Oh, and then we have Violet Pink. I can already tell I'm going to like this one. And this one is nice. It has less of a purplish undertone. So the hibiscus one has the purplish undertone that you can see more clearly. And then although they're very similar, this one does not have as much of that. It's a little bit less intense with that. So we've got some nice cool tones here. And then we've got Herculaneum Red. Actually, I can't really read that because the letters are really squished together. But this one looks kind of like a very peachy salmon. That's very salmon-like right there. So what I like here is we've got some muted colors that have different undertones, which is great. We have the one with the yellowish undertone. We have this very off-white pink. We've got some cool tones here, and then this nice salmon-y color as well. Okay, let's see. Herculaneum. Yep, red. Alright, the next one that came in the set is terracotta, but I'm also going to swatch the additional color that came outside of this set afterwards, because I think this would go right after that, and it's natural russet. So I'm excited for these two. I really like my natural red and orange brown colors. So let's see how terracotta comes out. Very, very pretty, you guys. And then here's natural russet. I'm sorry if my swatches are not super even either, because now I'm realizing that they don't completely match up to the top ones here, but that is okay. These are colors that I would definitely use a lot because they are very natural tones. Now there are 3 new dark flesh colors. What's a little confusing about this is, well, the 40%, the middle one came in the portrait set. These two are just part of the extra 4 colors. So we have dark flesh 5%, 40%, and then just dark flesh. And from what I've seen before with people swatching this and just looking at the colors here, there's not a huge difference between 5% and 40%, which is a little bit odd, but I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch it and see. So that was dark flesh 5%. This one is 40%. And then this one is just dark flesh. And that pencil isn't quite as smooth. I wouldn't say it's like full on scratchy, but there's a difference in how that one feels. Now there's not a huge difference between dark flesh 5% and 40%, so I don't know if that was like some kind of mistake or something like that. I was hoping it would be more like their 10% like burnt sienna 10%, and then they also have like 40 or 50% and then the true burnt sienna, and that way you can create a nice gradient between all of those. But this one, it seems like the dark flesh 5% is not all that lighter than the 40%. But either way, it's nice to have these colors here. Next color is going to be Carmine Lake. This would blend really nicely with the browns to get a nice reddish undertone there, so I definitely like that a lot. This one's dark indigo, a color that is missing from the original 76 set, but I use dark indigo a lot in my polychromo set, so it's definitely a useful color to me. What I like is that it's actually a really deep indigo, and it's not just like a normal kind of brighter blue that you wouldn't use as much, so I really, really like that one, and that's a great addition to the set. We've got Indian Throne Blue, which is always nice to have as well. Now I am going to get to swatching my original 76 because I can't quite remember what the blue range looks like with that, but I will get to swatching that after I finish up with this, and that way I'll be able to really look and see how these new colors fit in. That's a really nice blue too though. We've got Bleu de Nîmes. Okay, this one doesn't have the English. That's a really nice purple blue color. But there's Ultramarine. That's always a nice color to have as well. You can really see how they're filling in some of the missing colors from the original 76 set. Okay, I do not know how to pronounce this one, but I'm going to write it down. It's a nice turquoise color. And then finally, this set comes with a couple of greens. I've got Middle Verdigris. I don't know why the printing on these pencils has to be so very small. Okay, I really like that. That's very much like a sage, natural green color that I use a lot for undertones and different things like that. There's a similar one in the polychromo set that I use all the time. So that's a really, really useful color. Almost an unexpectedly useful color actually. And then we have chromium oxide green, and obviously this one would blend really nicely with the previous swatch as well. And yeah, I just like how we only have really natural greens here. Very, very useful. I definitely love neutrals. Okay, and then finally, the last one that did not come in the portrait set but was part of the extra 4 colors, dark phthalocyanine green, I think that is how you say it. And this one is the darkest green, obviously, but also blends very nicely with the previous 2. I always have trouble reading the pigment names when colors are named after that. And there we go, there is the 24 new colors by CARAN, the portrait set. Very much like this. I think that this adds a lot of additional colors to the original set and really makes up for some colors that they didn't have. So this is really, really nice. I absolutely love this. Out of this set, I didn't have too many issues with scratchy pencils. I will say that some of them felt a little bit different, but I didn't have any issues with one pencil being super, super scratchy yet, like I had in my 76 set. So what I think I'm going to do now is pull out my original set for those of you that still want to watch me swatch the rest of the colors, because again, I'm redoing my whole CARAN Luminance swatch chart right now. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch the other 76 colors, and I'm probably going to play voiceover or music over it. I'm definitely not going to talk through each color like I did with the new 24 colors, because it's not really completely necessary. See how much better this is. I'll be able to see the colors so much better compared to my original swatch chart. Although this is going to be kind of funny looking because I'm just going to start from here and swatch them in order and how they came in the 76 set originally. So it's going to be odd going from the blues and greens back to white and then through again the different colors, but that's okay. But that was that, you guys. I hope that this helped some of you out, for those of you that are curious about this set and wanted to see some of the colors. I hope that this was fun to see. I always like to watch videos like this before I buy a set. Now this is kind of hard to find. It seems to go out of stock a lot, but I just got lucky a couple weeks ago and was able to get it off of Jackson's. If I'm able to find it anywhere, I'll link it down below. But again, it seems like it is notorious for being out of stock all the time and hard to get your hands on. But yeah, let's go ahead and get straight to swatching my original 76 set, which I actually still have in its original packaging. Let me grab it. Dun da da da! See? There it is. 76 pencils. Now, people might think I'm crazy because I do have, sadly, some damage on the box. I have moved you know, after I bought these, and the outside of the box is a little bit rough in the corner here. But regardless of that, this box does a great job of protecting the pencils inside. So for those of you that want to see me swatch the rest of them, just keep on watching. there you have it, you guys, my new and improved CARAN Luminance color chart with all 100 colors. A big improvement from this one. Now, I did stray a little bit from this one and put the colors sometimes in a slightly different order because I wanted the 10% Payne's Gray, for example, to be in front of the 30% and then have the 60% last. So I switched that up a little bit and just put them in the order I thought was nice. Of course, these 24 up here are kind of misplaced just because I wanted to swatch those first for you guys, but that's okay because I can still pretty much see which color to grab if I was trying to look at a reference photo and figure out what color I need. I think that this is a totally fine arrangement here. I think that the new colors fit in really nicely with the original colors. They definitely filled in some of those gaps for the colors that they didn't have in the original set, and that's very, very nice. I noticed in my new set I don't have any overly scratchy pencils so far. The Dark Flesh is a little bit scratchier than the other ones, but not to a point where I can't use it. For example, the Castle Earth in the original set is just a really not fun pencil to use for me, as well as I think the Raw Umber 50% is okay, but it does have one side of it that's scratchy. And those were some quality control issues I noticed in my 76 set. That so far I've heard other people had issues with their portrait set, but I think I got lucky and all my colors are pretty good in the portrait set, with the exception of Dark Flesh being a little bit less smooth than the other colors, but I haven't hit any really scratchy areas of the pencil yet. I will keep you guys updated on that, of course. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed this. It took me so long to make this chart, but it was due to, you know, have a new color chart considering how kind of pathetic my old color chart was. CARAN Luminance just has a really nice range and a lot of natural colors that are usable and just not a lot of extra filler colors that I wouldn't use at all, so I really do like their color range. Thank you guys as always so much for watching today's video. Leave a comment down below letting me know if you have this set or if you have the original set, or if you're thinking about buying the original or this set, because they are really great pencils. They're just pretty expensive and pricey. I did save up for a while before buying my original 76 colors. But anyways, if you guys enjoy this type of content, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more like this. Hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of future videos, which I usually post on Thursdays, but sometimes I post an additional video on Monday as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye! I don't know if you guys can see this, but while I was swatching, I finally put my pencils back in the order that they originally came in, or at least close to the order that they originally came in, which is nice because they were all disarrayed, but let me tell you, it takes a while to actually do that. So this video actually took me a lot longer than I expected, but it was all fun.